Happy holidays. Welcome to Dude, That's Fucked Up. I'm Erin.
I'm Nicole. Wow, what a time.
What a time. How's everybody doing?
My voice is a little like hoarse today. I did some karaoke last night, but I only sang 2 songs, one of which was Wild Wild West. You know,
Oh my God.
It was great. But I think
it.
I lost my voice because I sang in preparation of karaoke all the way from Long Beach to Hollywood in the car.
You fucking nerd.
I was like, ooh, what
God.
song am I gonna do? I better practice. And then I didn't. I just like listened to a bunch of music. But
You're so cute. I love you.
I love you.
I could just picture you being like, you're practicing for karaoke in the car. Oh my God. Precious angel. Oh my God. What's going on? What are we doing today?
Yeah. We have. Okay, stay tuned to the end of this episode for our Sinterklaas, our second annual Sinterklaas poems, which are basically we just roast each other. I kind of doubled down all on one topic for you. So,
Okay.
I don't know how I don't know how it's gonna go. You know what? We're gonna see. I was very proud of my poem last year. This year, I don't know. We'll see.
I didn't, and mine's not so roasty as it is just weird.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Probably terrible, but, you know, it'll probably make you laugh. We'll see.
Good. Okay. Yeah, mine's like a little roasty, but not very realistic. Mine's like a little fantastical. So it's like.
Oh, ooh, I love
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I'm so excited to hear it.
Good.
All right. Any business?
I was gonna ask if I need to clear the air about my take on meatballs. I think the bit is going a little.
I mean, you know, you're wrong, but that's okay. It's right.
I'm like, do people know that I don't really feel this way, or? But I don't think they do. But you know what? That's fine. It doesn't really matter.
I just thought your post the other day was really rude on the Facebook group. You guys, if you're not in the Facebook group, Nicole posted a picture of like cooking meatballs, and it just was so gross, and it looked so disgusting because they were still like pink but like starting to get brown also, like on the edges.
Yeah.
And she called them mini meatloaves. And she also, it was like I think it was like an Insta picture that you posted in there, and you had put like hump day like or something on it, and it just made me really upset. I want you to know.
I know, because you wrote something like, I'm never gonna forgive you for this, and I was like, what?
Well, because the combination of hump, the word hump, and pictures of like not
ground beef
all the way all the way cooked through, just felt like a personal attack, to be honest.
I just was trolling hard. And also...
You were. I loved it.
Also, I put Team Loaf Balls, I think, as a hashtag. I just have fun with that. It
was great.
Yeah, it's a fun hot take that I...
If you guys want to see this horrible picture and the subsequent thread where I was very upset, please join our private Facebook group. It's fun. It's the only good thing on Facebook.
Oh, it's so good. It is. Oh, God. Did you see the Disney thread where people were like commenting? I just love how like sometimes we all come together and we're all like on the same wavelength, and people just like start like kind of hanging out a little bit.
Yeah,
like, we're like
it's
posting
cute.
live photos and stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
I love it. It's very cute.
I love it too.
We have a lot of fun in there. Yeah. So, let's see what else.
I also
Anything?
want to say, well, people have been posting pictures of these pins that we made, and we sent to our patrons. That's what those are. I hope no one feels left out, but that's what they were for. So if you're a patron and you didn't get one, let us know. Everyone should have gotten one, and or is getting one.
I also got a couple of them sent back because there were some wrong addresses.
Oh, no.
I think, and your mom's came back to me, so I'm remailing them for some reason. It said there wasn't enough postage, so it's just USPS is garbage. So,
oh my God. Ew, my mom's came back to you from here. I mailed it here. Okay, that's so dumb. I could just fucking give it to her. Oh, that's annoying. Oh my
I know.
God.
I got it. But I literally just I checked the PO box and I was like, oh shit, I should have checked this earlier. But yeah. So if you're still waiting on your pin, don't worry, it'll get to you.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But let us know for sure if you still haven't. But I've reached out to a couple people about their new addresses. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So.
And then some of them got damaged, which just adds to the charm, I think. But
I think it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. But also, I mean, this was a little bit of a test run, and we didn't want to spend too much money on packaging because they weren't worth much money. So.
Yeah. But yeah, Nicole made these by hand. So if you, I guess we could sell them on our website. Yeah, we could make more, and so we'll get that figured out and keep you updated about that.
Fun.
In the future.
Or other things we can make and sell other things. Love it. Oh my gosh.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. I think that's all for business. What's anything fucked up for you this week?
No, I just I went to a friend's birthday party. It was her 35th birthday party, which I have already been 35 now for a while, and it was fun. And it was like very adult in a way. It was like a white party. It was like very winter wonderland, and like I dressed
like where everybody wore white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not like for white people or like. It wasn't like a racist party. No, yeah, it was definitely not that. But I got to dress Pete up like a Love Island fuckboy. Like I ordered him white jogger pants and like a white short sleeve button up shirt, and like that was very fun. And then it was nice and classy, and my friend made like this lovely punch, and it was just very cute. But then we all had some drinks, and then someone started talking about flossing, that dance that the backpack kid does, which I know how to do, but I just learned from like watching it. I just figured it out. It's like wasn't hard for me to figure out. And so then I was like teaching.
But you're coordinated, so.
And one of my skills is that I'm able to pick up things from like watching, like choreography. I could watch someone and I can like figure it out. I've just been able to do that. So so then they were talking about it, and I was like, oh, I can floss, and then I showed them, and then I ended up like teaching people, and I was like, this makes me feel very old. And then the song, the Venga bus is coming and everybody's jumping.
Yeah.
You know that one? And I did it really fast to that song, and everyone was very impressed. And then my friend Greg goes, oh man, they used to play this song on loop when I worked in the audio department at Circuit City. And I was like, we are so old. No one even knows like what that is now.
That's the oldest thing you could possibly say. Circuit City.
Yeah, and it was like the car audio department at Circuit City. It was like...
That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. What a like... I just like looked around the room. I'm like, we're so embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed and I'm part of this.
I mean, Jack's embarrassed for us.
Jack's so embarrassed. Jack's like, oh, why?
You're old. Oh, gross.
What's Circuit City?
Yeah, he'll have no idea. He won't know.
No, he won't know.
I wonder if Best Buy will be around when he's sentient.
They just closed one in Long Beach. They like closed one of our Best Buys.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I thought it was crazy.
Well, that's really dating yourself.
Yeah.
Talking about Circuit City and the Vanga Boys.
I know. I shouldn't have given that away.
Oh, well.
You know what? People listen. They know how old I am.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? What about you? Did you have anything fucked up this week?
Well, you know how last episode I was telling you I had a stomach ache from eating all that candy, and I don't get diarrhea anymore. Well, that was not true. It was simply building for several days. So that was fun.
Oh my God, famous last words. I knew it. When you said that, I was like, ooh.
Bitch.
I bet you better stock up on wet wipes.
Good thing I just gotten some. I said I was going to give them up, but thank God I didn't.
Oh, yeah. You have the bidet. Well, you know what? Double action. You need it.
I know. It was, yeah. Well, did you hear that burp?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he's got some good burps these days.
Oh.
Anyway, well, it was a rough time, but I felt really skinny afterwards.
Because you were like dehydrated and emaciated.
So bloated after, leading up to it, and then just,
Oh my god.
It was rough time.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
How
anyway,
does that segue into the topic? I know you have a thought on that.
let's see. Like my building stomach ache, the thing we're about to talk about has had very humble beginnings.
But has exploded into diarrheal proportions.
Yes. And nobody knows how to stop it. We're talking about SantaCon today. And the it's a shit show. That's how it ties into it.
It's a literal shit show because people legit, like, Santa shit themselves out on the streets of
Yeah. I don't
metropolitan areas across the world.
I mean, I never really paid attention to this shit. I knew it was like a thing that was done in New York or whatever, but I didn't know much about it. I knew it was like an obnoxious bro-y thing, like bar crawl. But and I didn't think there was that much to it, but apparently it has some pretty deep roots. So if you don't know what SantaCon is, it's basically a bunch of people get dressed up in like Santa attire or like elf attire, sexy Santa, whatever.
Some sort of like Santa adjacent.
Yeah, costume.
It could even just be like a festive onesie.
Right, exactly. And I guess it could be fun if you're in your 20s and like down to do a bar crawl. Mm-hmm. But like we said, it's gotten a little out of control. So Urban Dictionary defines SantaCon thusly. An event where a whole bunch of obnoxious white people come from Long Island and Connecticut to the Big Apple, dress like skanks and douchebags and get drunk. And then using it in a sentence on Urban Dictionary. Hey, you look like a fucking idiot. Where are you going like that? Oh, I'm part of SantaCon. And that's the definition
my God.
On Urban Dictionary. And it's not wrong.
Oh my God.
It is not wrong.
It is, except I think they missed the festive part because it's like dress like skanks and douchebags and get drunk, but there's like the Christmas element of it.
Yeah. Although it might have fallen off of a cliff by now and people aren't even trying. You know what I mean?
True. That's true. They're just like, dressed in normal
They're
clothes.
like wearing red.
Yeah, they're like, I'm eating a candy cane, or can you not see this? I'm like, oh, calm down. I'm going to stab you with it when it gets pointy.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to do a word association with SantaCon, but I feel like we already have like super preconceived notions of it. Like we're already familiar.
Yeah, I think of a body conscious dress. But like
body conscious dress.
You know, like
What's that?
a bodycon dress. It's like a tight like tube dress. You know, like the Abby dress.
No, what is the
from
Abby
Broad
dress?
City? The one blue dress that she wears all the time because it was expensive and.
Yeah.
That's a bodycon. Like I'm just thinking of a skin tight Santa suit when I think of SantaCon. But I don't know. What do you associate?
Just like honestly, it's like less of a like it's more of a like place and a mindset that I associate with. Like I don't know if people are familiar with New York City, but I just think of Murray Hill, which is like very bro-y and douchey.
Yeah.
And I just think of the people that frequent that area and live in that area doing this. And
got it.
I just think, well, I don't want to be a part of this. So,
yeah. I mean, going back to feeling old, like watching videos of people participating in this shit makes me so angry. Like it makes me like, I'm just like, this is how I know I'm well and truly over this time of my life is I'm like, fucking Christ. No. I do not. I feel hungover just watching these people make fools out of themselves.
Also, like, It's an expensive day because you're basically just like bar crawling. And I guess you could like pregame at someone's house or whatever. But then that's even worse.
But it starts at like 10 a.m. usually is when the festivities get rolling. Oh. And, you know, we'll get into it in a little bit, but like a lot of bars have to be participating in it now. But that doesn't always work out because there's so many people rolling through the streets that it just doesn't matter. Oh my God. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just it's wild. It's gotten really, really wild. And it didn't start this way though. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it didn't start in the trash tradition it is now.
Yeah.
It actually started in the 1970s as like a political protest by a Danish anarchist theater group, which there's a lot to that. I don't know that I've ever even heard of an anarchist theater group.
What does that even mean? Is it like they just go around doing like random like violent Shakespeare acts or what? I don't know.
I thought about it more as like flash mobs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But like for political
in the 70s
reasons.
Before. Yeah. Okay. Before flash mobs were a thing.
Yeah, it's like very stunty and like theatrical, which it is, because it's just basically there was this group and they planned a 4-day political theater stunt as a way to shine a light on like consumerism around the holidays, and this happened. If you're Danish, you're from Copenhagen, right? Or you're from
so.
Wait.
Denmark?
Denmark, yeah. That's in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
We're
smart guys.
Nicole, I'll edit that out. And on the first day, they all dressed up and they paraded through the streets and they were handing out cocoa and like singing carols and shit, and it was real cute and festive. But that was like to throw people off their scent. So like day one of their 4-day protest of theatrics was like sweet and innocent and like very cute, so that people were like they would be caught off guard the next day when they started their real shit. Yeah, it's very smart. It was like the Trojan horse type setup. Yeah. But then on day 2, they just straight up broke into a GM factory and they started giving these like long-winded speeches about the unemployment crisis, I'm guessing in like a Shakespearean way. Or like a Charles Dickens, like it's just like some fucking, they work some like Scrooge narrative into it, and they're like standing on the equipment and people,
were they still,
lend me your ears.
Were they wearing like elf costumes too, or
they were dressed up like all like holiday,
like carol singers?
Yeah. Or however, you know, they're
yeah.
I mean, maybe they were wearing a onesie with candy canes on it. And then they must have done something else because there's a 3rd day, but that was unaccounted for where I was doing my research. It just skipped to the 4th day.
They're still doing their speeches.
Yeah. Maybe they
were like filibustering on the GM factory floor.
Or maybe they went to like Chevy or like Volkswagen the next day, you know? Maybe they were like, what's up over here?
They were like factory crawling.
Yeah, they were factory crawling. Exactly. And they were giving these speeches about the unemployment crisis because this was in the 70s. I guess there was
everything
a crisis.
sucked in the 70s.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yep.
That's the era of Tanya. Tanya. And then by the 4th day, they'd done a full 180. They were like, you know what? We're going to get fucking... They went from day 1, like, everything's pleasant to, like, all bets are off on the 4th day.
I love this.
Yeah. They fucking broke into a department store, so, like, a Macy's, during holiday time. Yeah. And started telling people to just take whatever they wanted in the spirit of Christmas. And, like, fucking Black Friday shit. Like, Black Friday level... shit went down.
They like were grabbing stuff off the shelves and giving it to little kids, like toys and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the cops came and they tried to snatch this toys back from the kids. The kids got all upset. And then they were like beating and arresting the like Santa people dressed up like Santa. So the kids were further horrified. Yeah. It was insane.
And the kids' parents were like yelling at the cops to not beat up the Santas because all the kids were like super traumatized.
Yeah, because they were like stoked that they just got this present from Santa where the Santa had literally stolen it off the shelf to give it to the kid. And then the police are just beating the shit out of them. And the kids are just like, what the fuck is happening?
That line from Nightmare Before Christmas, me and my brother always say, there goes Christmas. That little fat kid when it's like the jacket shot down in the sleigh.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen that movie all the way through.
Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, It's so good. Oh.
I'm a trash person, I know.
Oh, it's fine. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Add trash person to your Sinterklaas poem. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So yeah, that was really bad. And then that just kind of lived on its own, right? Like that incident lived on its own.
Yeah, it just was like a statement and, this like kind of protest that lasted a few days. And then in 1994, we get back to, this is like how it came to America. In 1994, Mother Jones wrote an article about this incident that this theater group did. And this guy, John Law, who lived in San Francisco at the time, read the article and was like, oh, this is very interesting. We should totally do something like this here. And so he and a bunch of his friends started SantaCon, basically.
Oh.
But the way it started was they just wanted to do it like kind of like a prank style kind of thing to, quote, take Christmas back from consumerists. It was intended as more of like a surrealist parody left open to individual interpretation, and it was only planned to happen once. So like what they were going to do is hang Santa. Like, yeah, it was really weird. It was like they were pretending like they were all dressed up like Santa, and there were like scabs for Santa or something, like crossing the picket line. Not like literal scabs, but like worker scabs. No.
I've never heard that term.
Yeah. So anyway, it was all very, very weird and fun. And this guy, John Law, was part of this group called the Cacophony Society, who members of this network of people started Burning Man. So this is like where this like headspace of this like event was coming from.
Yeah, I can see now. Like what they were trying to do. The
motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they wanted it to be like living art.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it was very low key. It was only like 30-ish people that did this thing. But then they did it, like I said, it was only supposed to be a one-off thing, kind of like artsy. But then they ended up doing it again the following year, and more people had heard about it, and it grew to like 100 people. Still very low key. No drinking was involved at all. Like everybody was like stone cold sober. Again, art.
Yeah.
But then by 1996, which was the third year that they were doing it, the word had gotten out about it, and this eccentric group of people like dressing up as Santas and doing weird shit around the city, and a group in Portland, Oregon wanted them to come up and do it in Portland, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, so Portland was the second city that ended up doing it, and that was 1996. And then it moved again to Los Angeles the following year. And
so it was like the same group of the Cacophony Orchestra or whatever their name is.
Cacophony Society, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like all these people were just like,
take it on the road.
Taking it on the road, traveling to different cities.
All right.
So then it ended up in New York in 1998. But by then it had changed leadership a couple times, and it had become an event that was held in multiple cities at once, not just like them going from city to city. So, and each little event had its own organizers.
It seems so pointless. Like they were just like going and hanging out in like Santa costumes. No wonder
and doing like a flash mobby like art bullshit things. Yeah.
No wonder it was like commandeered by the frat bros.
Yeah. Well, it's like don't think people understood what it was.
Yeah.
And then it just like once it started getting more popular and changing hands of like organized, like different people organizing it, it kind of like lost the meaning a little bit.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, and then when you have more and more people added to the mix, it just morphed into this thing.
Wow.
So by that time, after it changed owners and organizers a few times, it kept growing. So it kept going on in different cities. Like more and more cities kept this tradition going. And by 2013, SantaCon was held in almost 90 cities and in more than a dozen countries. So it was one thing, and then it morphed into this massive thing that lost all the meaning, I think.
Oh my
and of
God.
course, New York City is where it morphed into a debaucherous bar crawl.
Oh my God.
And it eventually got so bad over time that they've tried banning it in several different boroughs.
How do you like ban it besides making it illegal to like dress up as Santa and go to a bar, you know?
Yeah. Well, a lot of bars have like instituted bans. Like if you're wearing like Santa attire and you're like in a large group, we are not going to serve you.
Oh.
Kind of thing.
It's like how clubs say you can't wear in like
Yeah.
like sports logos or whatever.
Yeah, they've like gotten around it by like instituting dress codes and
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Also not opening before 5 probably because
Good idea.
all this shit starts at 10 a.m. like I said, and it's just so like it's just throughout the day and people are fucking tired of it. People that like live in the areas that it's gotten so bad are just like absolutely not. And like the police department's gotten sick of it. It's just gotten
Oh my God.
out of hand completely.
If I were a bar, I would just open from like 10 to noon that day and make a ton of money and then close down.
Oh, yeah, like you're
Like I'd be the part of the beginning of the problem and then I'd leave.
yeah, and you're yeah, you just fart in the elevator and get off on your floor. Well, I mean, I think a lot of bars do still do that, and they're just like, all right, we're just only gonna be open from here to here, and if you want to come, and that's it.
Wait.
I don't know.
Have I told you my dad's favorite elevator fart story?
No.
I feel like my dad's so proud of this story. It is. I've heard it so many times. We were on a cruise to Mexico, and already the air on those things is rough.
I was gonna say, is this a story about how he spread norovirus to the whole ship?
Through a single fart. We were on the elevator and we were like going down to our room or whatever, and my dad, I think he used to do this just like in hotels. He'd fart before the doors open and then we'd get out, and then it was like funny to him.
So rude.
And then it was like funny to him if someone went in. And so we're like getting like we're almost to our floor. My dad rips a fucking huge fart. The doors open and we leave and start walking to our room, and then we hear as the doors are closing, it was a group of teenagers and they were like, "Oh my God."
And he's just like, yes.
And my dad laughed so hard, and now he still tells that story. He's like, and then they were like, "Oh my God."
Oh my God. This reminds me of my dad's fart story. That's so funny. It has nothing to do with an elevator, but
I can't wait.
When we were first like moving up to the mountains, we were like looking for like we were renting a house, and then we were like looking for a house to buy. So we were looking at houses, and we were going around the mountain and with our real estate agent and whatever. So we pull up to this one house and we park the car, and our real estate agent is so excited for this house. He like runs over, and before he had come over to the car, my dad had ripped a huge fart in the car, and we're all like, "Oh, gross." And My mom had the window, was like rolling the window down to air it. And then her real estate agent was so like bouncing up to the fucking car and just sticks his head. And then quickly pulled back like a punch in the face, you know? And my mom was so fucking embarrassed because it was on her side. She's like, God damn it, Eddie. He's going to think that I farted. Because he like popped his head in and he's like, follow me. Like choking on the And so to this day, I bet that real estate agent tells the story of my mom ripping ass in his face. And it was really my dad the whole time.
About how he sold a house to the car fart lady.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm crying.
I full on Saturday morning, or was it Sunday morning? I like full on woke up and went on Facebook, and there was a video. I don't know how I came across this, but anyway, I'm watching this video, and Pete comes in, and I'm laughing. And he's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "It's a video of celebrities farting on camera."
What? I need to see this video immediately.
I need to find it. It's like mostly accidental. But like
that's the funniest.
Oh my god, one was of Julianne Ho laughing backstage, and the microphones totally picked up her fart, and you could tell she did it too because she went, oh.
I think I've seen that actually.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's a great fart story. Oh my god. I'm so glad we went on this tangent.
I am too. What a treat. Oh my god, I'm crying. I'll just never forget my mom's just like
so
humiliation.
Mad. Oh my god.
And my dad just like, and anyway, I think he still thinks it's funny to this day.
Oh, I'm sure. It is funny.
It is still very funny.
Is your mom still mad about it though?
Yes, she's still fucking pissed. She's like, I can never see that man again in my life. I'm too embarrassed about what you've done.
Your mom's reaction makes it even funnier.
I know.
Okay, well, back to SantaCon current day.
Yeah, sorry.
No, this was a delight.
Yeah.
So current day, it actually just happened, which this is a coincidence, but it just happened this past Saturday, in New York. Yeah. I think, well, if not in New York, it happened in Hoboken. Sometimes they do their celebrations like a different weekend, so you could go to both, which is crazy.
Woof.
Yeah. Anyway, Hoboken is in New Jersey. It's like really, it's just like a ferry ride or like a train ride from Lower Manhattan. So it's really easy to get to. It's actually really cute.
Yeah.
City. I have a lot of friends that live there, but it's fucking home of some of the most trash events you've ever heard of. And if you think SantaCon is bad, then you have never experienced Hoboken St. Patty's Day.
Oh my god.
Which is, I've done it twice. The first time.
No.
Yeah. The first time, Pete was still in college and I went with some friends. And it wasn't that bad. We went to like someone's house. And it was fine and it wasn't that bad. But it was gross. Like,
yeah,
there was puke on the street and stuff. You know, it's like people just going ham and they're one day a year or whatever. And then the second year we went, and it was like, I think I was way less drunk the second year. And like, we went to a bar after someone's house party that we left because they punched a hole through their own wall. And I was like,
cool.
Pete and I were like, we're going to leave.
Yeah.
We don't like it here. So then we went to a bar, and then I don't know, it's just gross. It smells disgusting everywhere, and everyone's been drinking, since 10 a.m., but probably earlier, like, you wake up and start. Like, it's...
When you pregame at 8 a.m., that's
bad.
Never, you're gonna set yourself up for a fucking day.
Dude, like, if you're not in bed by 3, it's not gonna be a good day. Like, if you're not in bed by 3 p.m., I mean...
Yeah.
It's bad. So anyway, it did end very poorly for a lot of people. Oh, you've seen it?
So I got stuck in Penn Station in the middle of the, like, stampede of bridge and tunnel kids to Lower Manhattan. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? It was like 11 a.m. maybe, maybe 10 a.m. And there were girls already crying. There was like bros just screaming at the top of their lungs, like singing, like,
oh my God.
It was gnarly at like 10, 11 a.m. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, because I think you're right. The path, or the train to Hoboken, I think is from Penn Station. So like everyone's just there, like.
And it was like so many people.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. I just looked at DJ like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This is insane. I feel like we might get assaulted or something.
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
Dude, well, that's what fucking happened, because just this past weekend, at least 14 people were arrested. And everything ranged from like public intoxication to public urination and all that shit.
But a lot of public urination.
Oh yeah, so much. Yeah, which is like, just find a bathroom. But also it's like, it's just pee. I don't know. I'm like split down the middle on that.
Yeah.
But people were also arrested for like things like drunk driving and like fucking sexually assaulting people and all that shit. So listen, things get dark.
Wow.
It's not all fun.
Very cool time.
Yeah, not a lot of holiday merriment. But I did think it was funny that the police chief of Hoboken, Ken Ferrante, was live tweeting the arrests.
That's hilarious.
As he was like getting, like hearing it from all of the like officers out doing
all the
dirty
scanners
work.
and stuff. Yeah.
But also he was reporting cop injuries because people are morons. And like, okay, this is some of the stuff that he tweeted about. A Middleton, New York man was charged with aggravated assault for dislocating a cop's thumb during a brawl.
What the fuck?
But Ferrante guessed that he was processed and released in time for another round of drinks. So Hoboken 1, Hoboken Police 0.
Yeah, I think I read about it in the New York Post that the guy like taunted the guy that arrested him.
Dude,
why? Like, I already got processed. Like, fuck you.
Dude, because he probably saw him out again after. Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh, another man from Staten Island was also hit with assault charges after allegedly punching a sergeant in the jaw. Which,
what the fuck?
I'm like, you are not gonna ever be on the right side of that.
No.
Like, the cops have the law, and like, you can't punch a cop.
You can't punch anybody. That's
you
assault.
Can't punch anybody, but at least of all a cop.
Yeah.
And then 2 other officers had to be taken to the hospital after getting a lot of blood on them from people who were fighting in a Johnny Rockets.
Jesus Christ.
But it wasn't even like they were injured. It was just like a lot of blood from the other people got on them.
Yeah, they have to like make sure they don't like, get
HIV or something.
Or like get some sort of like tuberculosis or any kind of bloodborne disease. Like they have to Ew. It's crazy. Wow, what a fucking shit show.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just like a bunch of people getting sloppy drunk in holiday outfits.
Yeah, I guess the arrests were down by 3 this year from last year. So that's good, I guess.
I guess, or they just didn't. They're like, you know what? We gotta show that we're better this year. Just like let 3 people who pee in public slide.
Yeah, we gotta juice the stats on this one.
Or maybe it's because fucking sergeants were having thumb wars with some of the drunk people, and they couldn't they're like busy. They didn't even arrest some of the people that needed to be arrested.
Well, I'm glad that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what the video you posted is, but is it of a bunch of people fighting in the street?
No. Okay. I sent this video, or I put this video in our notes.
Yeah.
Of, it's called SantaCon dancing, and it's just a group of like wasted fucking people. They're like they're
bros?
just yeah, like bros. Just watch it. It's so it's like pretty short. It's like a minute and a half long.
Okay.
And they like are just dancing on the street corner, and like at the end of the video, like one of the guys just goes boobies, boobies, and like opens the girl's like sweater, like jacket, and it's just like I don't know.
That sums it up.
Yeah, it pretty much sums it up. It's just like these fucking douchebags, man.
Oh my god. The whole reason I thought of SantaCon was because my uncle posted a video of just a bunch of dudes fighting in the street in New York City. So it must have happened like this weekend or last weekend, and it was like in front of like a car, and then they were like fighting against the car, and the car's just trying to like drive down the street.
Jesus Christ. And they're all dressed up like fucking assholes.
Yeah, they're all dressed up like Santas, and it's like, oh my god, it's so stupid. But I mean, I never did SantaCon, but I did do something similar in Boston every year when I lived in New York. We went to this bar crawl in Boston called the Bah Humbug Bar Crawl, but it was like somewhat charitable because we had to bring like Toys for Tots. To the first one, and then it was like organized by a lady that I met and that was friends with, like we had a mutual friend. That's who brought me, and and she was like an adult lady. Like I was in my 20s, but this lady was like definitely in her like mid 30s, I think, and like her friends were pretty chill, and it was like a private, small, like
totally.
So I mean,
it wasn't like something that like just built on itself, and it's so like, and that's the thing. It's like I think SantaCon did eventually they did introduce a charitable component to it. They've like raised money for various charities over the years, but you know, it's. These people that participate in it, they don't have anything to do with that. They don't care. They just dress up like Santa and get fucked up.
Yeah, it's an excuse to go day drinking, which the bar crawl I did never started till like 6 p.m. So it was like a nighttime thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about day drinking, but like chill out.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Don't fucking I don't know. I mean, these people are trashed.
Yeah,
like they are beyond. Like they have the vacant like drunk stare. Dead eyes at like noon at the latest. Like they are fucked up. Like walking down the street like zombies and picking fights in bars. And if you're like in the service industry trying to cope with this, like I can't imagine. There's I was reading some really gnarly horror stories where people who talk about, they're like, oh yeah, I worked at this bar, we tried to participate one year, and after that it was never again. Like people are just coming in like with whole pizzas, smashing them into the floorboards, just like fucking just insane, just horrible assholes. And it's like, you could be drunk and like have fun, that's fine, but like I don't know, these people are just, I don't know, they're just beyond it. Something comes over them and they just like lose all sense of human decency and just go ape shit. It's crazy.
Fucking like I feel like you'd have to know what weekend that is so you could avoid it, cuz like if you like were visiting New York, imagine if you waited all year and you're like, I want to visit New York City when it's like Christmas time, it's so magical, it's so beautiful, and you like save up money and you go and you like get a nice hotel, and then you go out like walking Saturday morning and there's just a bunch of drunk people. It's like fucking sticking your head in your friend's car window and it smells like a fart.
Exactly. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go ice skating at the Rockefeller Center, and then there's just vomit all over the ice rink.
Hey, you guys, follow me. Oh.
Well, that's SantaCon in its current form.
Let's get to our poems.
Yeah, let's do our poems.
Okay, what were you gonna say? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was going to say they did try to redo it in Portland again, like the original like hippie fucking Burning Man people.
No one cares.
And I don't know if it ever worked out. I think they tried it last year. I think it like went fine, but it was hokey and whatever. It was not what it is in New York.
Okay.
It wasn't like a drunk shit show. But anyway, you want to go first, or should I go first for our poems?
You go first.
Okay, cool. All right. I didn't title it because I literally just finished it like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I didn't title mine either, so.
I guess if I was going to title it, I would call it An Ode to My Orange Cinnamon Roll Eating Friend.
Okay.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Happiest of holidays to you, my dearest friend through and through. We've been podcasting for so long and talked about so many things which we've probably got all wrong. But one thing we've definitely done pretty great is remain besties from different states. You're so thoughtful and grand. You got me a B-Day present at Disneyland. It was during a last hurrah before surgery to break your jaw. You ate lots of yummies that upset your tummies. Despite that, you still thought of me and mailed me lots of candy.
Aww.
And this is where I go into my Mariah, tribute. Jawbreaker, that's you. You got the best of me.
Oh!
But I just keep on eating Disneyland candy incessantly. Oh, why did I have to eat so much and get diarrhea every time I ate lunch? I should have known right from the start that this would make me shart. Just kidding. It wasn't the treats. It was a supplement I was taking to get more milk from my teats. Oh, motherhood. It's a real mind fuck. Thank goodness I've got you to keep me sane when I feel stuck. A wonderful Don Cher to Jack you are, despite being so far. You've brought me such joy through the year, my dear friend. Thinking of it brings a tear. We've been through so much over the months. You broke your jaw. I had a child and developed a gunt. We had disagreements about ground beef, specifically meatloaf. You're wrong, but I won't give you any more grief. No matter what, we'll always be besties. Who else can I cackle with about testes? On that note, I'll stop my subpar rhymes and say cheers to you and all our listeners. Here's to many more fun times.
Oh, that was so good. I fucking love the Mariah Carey breakdown in the middle.
I was trying so hard to figure out how to work that in because it had come to me like in the shower or something, and I was like, oh, I got to write this down, and then I had to build the poem around it for it to like sound not weird and random.
Oh my God, yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
Great.
I love you.
I love you. Okay, now I'll sing you. Now I'll give you my poem.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay, mine doesn't have a title either, but it's also an ode, of which I'll reveal in the second stanza.
Tight.
Okay, my friend, why don't we reminisce about the passing year? Your poem was fine, but I think it's time I kick it in high gear.
Oh.
I've talked a lot about my butthole and how it looks like ham. But this is an ode to the long winding road of the event that decimated your clam. I once saw a birthing video in 8th grade bio class where I once saw a birthing video in 8th grade bio class where the nurse said a prayer when they all heard a tear and the mother's vagina exploded into her ass. Now, I haven't seen your coot, but since you've birthed your son, I assume your labia minora is now your majora and your clit is canceled and done. But who cares what it looks like down there? I'm sure it still resembles lady parts. Just take care when you sneeze not to open your knees, lest you let out a huge pussy fart. By now your flop badge is... By now your flop badge is healing. Perhaps you've turned a new leaf. where it's high and tight and looking less like 1.5 pounds of your favorite ground beef. It's a small price to pay, you terrible twat. For a baby as sweet as Jack, he is as cute as they come, way cuter than some, and I'm sure your axe wound will bounce back. Before I end, I want to say you've been so excellent to me. You made me a Don't Share because you let DJ go bare sometime in late 2017. We've come to the end of this unnecessary poem dedicated to your pork sheath. Oops, that might be a no-no since you gave up the ho-ho-ho and decorate with a menorah instead of a wreath. Anyway, I love you and want to say you fill my life with glee. You are an excellent mom, but as a friend, you the bomb. Now go change baby Jack's PPD!
Yay! Yay! Oh my God, that was amazing.
I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about her vagina because
great.
I didn't know what else. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I called you a jawbreaker so in my poem, so it's perfect. Sorry.
I figure, it's not really. It wasn't super personal, but.
No, I mean it's all true.
Oh, okay, good. I thought maybe you had a ground beef twat.
Oh,
but...
it was real touch and go there for a while, but
I figured it's like better now, so it's okay to like comment on it.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great.
Okay. Good.
Instead of a pussy fart though, it's more like a lot of pee just comes out when I sneeze.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. All right. Maybe I should. I'll do a round 2 of a revision. I also wanted to comment on the fact that I keep forgetting you're Jewish and you don't celebrate Christmas. But then, and then my friend, I was like, what are some good words for like vagina? And he's like pork sheath, and I'm like, ooh, I can talk about how she stays kosher.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, good.
I don't stay kosher, but you know,
well,
it's at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but out in the world, you know, I'll eat bacon.
Yeah, I took some liberties, you know. It was a little bit fantasy, so.
It was great. That was wonderful.
Okay, good.
Oh, I loved it. So good.
What a treat.
Such a treat. Well, oh my God. Another year of Sinterklaas poems.
Oh my God.
In the books. I hope you guys liked it.
Me too. I like doing them.
If you guys participate in SantaCon, I hope you're not offended. Or if you're,
I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be drunk trash.
Yeah, don't be drunk trash. Or if you have seen some SantaCon fuckery, send us a note about it. I don't know.
Love it. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I want to know. I want to hear those horror stories.
Same. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
You could also send us your stories on social medias at DTFU Podcast, all the places.
Yeah.
Check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/DTFU Podcast. We are pausing again for this month because it's just very hectic, and we didn't want to have subpar content.
Yeah.
But usually we have very great, awesome content. That's like extra podcast episodes and videos that we make. So it's a very fun time. Check it out.
Come the new year, we'll start charging you guys again on Patreon.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're never pausing again because we'll take your money.
That's right. All right. Good times. Happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays. And I guess we'll talk about the new year next time.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we have one more episode this year, I think.
We're creeping up on our 100th episode, too. Yeah, I think for our 100th episode, we might leave it up to you guys to decide. Maybe put it to a vote.
Yes.
We'll have 3 options, and whatever gets the most votes, we'll do an episode on for our 100th episode.
Oh, my God.
Does that sound cool?
That sounds so cool. Do we want to get suggestions and then pare it down? Or do you and I want to decide the top 3 and then people vote?
I think we have time to send us your suggestions, and
oh my God, let's hear it from the people.
And then we'll get the top 3, and then we'll do an episode on that.
Oh my
God.
Number 1. We only have like 5 episodes left.
I know.
Maybe we can record in person.
Oh my God, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see how our schedules work out, but yeah, that could be so fun.
Because that's still like 5 weeks or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll
Okay.
see.
Oh my God, this is very exciting.
Super fun, guys. All right. Well, that's all I got.
Same.
Be excellent.
Yeah. To yourselves and each other.
Yourselves and each other, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And Santa.
And, just, I don't know.
And everyone.
Everyone. God bless us, everyone. Oh, man. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.